Hi, good afternoon. We seem to be having a few screen changes. Yes, we're live. Absolutely, we are. Good afternoon. Welcome to another Costa Women Hangout. It's me, as usual, Fiona Catchpole here. And today I have got somebody who's quite a way away from me, chatting today to talk about Costa Women and herself. And that's the lovely Nadine. Good afternoon, Nadine.
Good afternoon, Fiona. Thank you for getting in touch.
That's okay. Now, I think we have a few screen or maybe sound difficulties. It might not be too bad on the playback. So we'll just carry on chatting, and I'm sure the broadcast will settle itself down in just a wee while. So tell me, whereabouts am I talking to you from today?
It's north of Barcelona, in a beautiful town spot called Sant Pol de Mar in wonderful Catalonia. I live up on top of a hill, and as I look out through the window, I see forest, trees, and the sea.
Wow, so you can actually see the sea from where you are.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. Now, this is a Costa Women Hangout, so tell me, how did you connect with Costa Women and then end up becoming one of our hosts?
Well, I first heard of or saw Costa Women on the internet. A friend of mine, I think, shared a post on Facebook relating to Valerie Collins, her name is, shared a post relating to Costa Women and recommended to us all that we join up. So that was about a year, 18 months, maybe even 2 years ago. So I signed up and joined the website, and then eventually someone in Barcelona started a few meetings. So I think we had about 2, 3, maybe 4 of those before this person actually had to go back. I think she's from Iceland, so she left Barcelona, went back there, which has created the vacuum in Barcelona, which I'm hoping to step in and fill.
Oh, wow, that sounds wonderful. So what do you as Nadine do, and how did you find yourself in Barcelona?
Well, I have what's politely called a portfolio career, and which means that I've had several different careers over my lifespan. I shudder to count actually how many. It's probably somewhere between 5 and 6. But that very much reflects the kind of life that most women have, which they switch careers to really to fit around the family. And that was really my story.
Could you just do me a favour, sweetheart, just pull the microphone just a tad away from your mouth, and then that would be...
Is that better?
That's great. That's great. Super. That's better.
Thank you. Yeah, so having had quite an exciting international marketing career, I actually gave that up when I got married the first time and started a family, and eventually moved into various types of... I first of all was a university lecturer, and then I moved into different types of management training, and eventually sort of retrained as an image consultant, and that's primarily the kind of work I was doing in the UK before I came here. But moving to Spain obviously required me to do a bit of a rethink in terms of what I did, because most of my work was in the corporate market, and I knew I couldn't do it here because I didn't then have the language skills. So I actually found a business opportunity working alongside a major international company in the health and well-being sector, and as well as retailing their products, I work with other mostly women, actually, because I'm very keen on supporting women and coaching women, helping them to start their own business and coaching them to achieve their potential and achieve a significant income from working alongside this company. So that's mainly what I do now, although I have picked up the threads of my personal image work now and doing some communication skills work as well. So I'm very much enjoying the variety of the work that I do here. It's somewhat different from what I did in the UK, but it's fun and it's fulfilling, and I enjoy it.
Sorry, I think I lost your sound a tad then. Sorry. What's been the biggest challenges for you moving to Barcelona and being a woman in business?
Oh, I think undoubtedly the fact that when I was in the UK, I was part of a very large network both formal and informal. I was a member of some of you may know the Athena Women's Network. I was chair of one of the groups there, and so I had a lot of friends and contacts and business contacts through that and through other organisations in the Oxford area. And of course, when I came here to Barcelona, as I always say to people, I knew precisely 5 people. So building my network again has been a huge challenge. That together with learning the language, of course. So those are my 2 challenges.
Do you think the biggest asset to actually helping your network has been now the internet and technology and things like that to actually allow you to then make the face-to-face connections?
Yeah, I do use social media a huge amount. Although I have to say, when I first came here, which was nearly 6 years ago now, I did it all the hard way, which was pounding the pavements between networking events and actually meeting people face to face. So I did it the other way around. I think really because 6 years ago, I mean, technology changes so rapidly. 6 years ago, people didn't use social media in business as much as they do now. So it was helpful the internet was helpful in helping me to identify groups that I could join, that I could be part of. But initially, most of my networking was done face to face. Yeah, but now I use social media hugely, and I think it's great for connecting over much greater distances.
Now, you talked about helping to support women, and of course with Costa Women that's a great opportunity. Tell us a little bit about the meetings that you've got coming up there at Costa Women in Barcelona.
Well, I think maybe the profile of women's groups here in Barcelona might be a little different from elsewhere. Of course, Barcelona is quite a big city compared with some of the towns along the costas. And so there are some very well established women's groups for social activities. So, for example, I'm a member of the Barcelona Women's Network, which was a lifesaver for me when I first came here, because they offer a huge variety of social events that you can take part in. At any moment of any given day, you could be doing a BWN event. And so the requirement here is not so much for social events to support women, but I think much more about business-focused events. And so that's really traditionally where my interest has been, in helping women, mostly working with women who are small entrepreneurs, helping them and coaching them, and really actually teaching them networking skills, because I think that's very important. So that's really the thrust of what I'm hoping to do, will be through possibly breakfast meetings, lunches, evening drinks, and so on, getting together groups of business women with their own business in Barcelona, to help support each other and encourage development and achieving potential. Yeah.
And is there any free time for Nadine? What do you do if a downtime as a Costa Woman?
Well, I mean, I very much enjoy this kind of social life that that BWN allows me. Being able to go on walks to around beautiful modernista buildings, or trips out to places like Sitges and so on. So I enjoy that. But just I'm a Cancer, so I'm very much a homebody, really. When I get a chance, I very much enjoy homemaking. I love gardening. I'm a typical English woman. I love all of those things.
I could have done with you just a moment ago, because I was trying to plant some sunflower thingies and they all collapsed. It's not going according to plan at all. So when is the first meeting coming up for the Costa Women Barcelona?
I haven't scheduled it yet. Unfortunately, I had a couple of health challenges over the last few weeks, I will aim for the first meeting to be towards the second half of May, because I've now got together with a couple of other women who are keen to support women through coaching and mentoring and development activities. So the infrastructure's there. We have a venue, and it's just simply a question now of scheduling the first meeting. So watch this space, will be the second half of May, I think.
Okie doke. Well, you'll have to let us know so we can broadcast that obviously on the Costa Women
Definitely.
website and on Facebook. And of course, there's lots of other hosts that you can seek advice from, or lots of other ladies, and ask them on the actual website what it is that they're looking for a group up there in Barcelona. So what does the rest of the day hold for you? I know we've had a few technical difficulties getting you in here, so I hope I haven't taken up too much of your time.
Not at all. Not at all. I've got some very boring income tax stuff to do before I go out this evening for a welcome break with my husband to a local restaurant.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's me.
Okay. All right, then. Well, listen, thank you so much for taking your time out to speak to us. We'll
Pleasure,
spread the
Fiona.
word about your group in Barcelona, and maybe once you've had your first meeting, we'll get you back here on the Hangouts, now that we know how to get you here. And you can tell us
Finally.
how the first meeting went.
Thank you.
All
Thank you,
right,
Fiona.
then. Thank you, Nadine. Speak to
Great
you
to
soon.
meet you.
And you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.